This is for you and only you. Open it with both hands of your heart and do not try to skip this, because I am speaking into the place that others do not see, and I am answering the question you were afraid to ask out loud. I saw the moment a recent embrace wrapped itself around your shoulders, and I saw what was transferred in that closeness. To you it was a simple hug, polite, warm, perhaps needed after a long day, but to me it was also a hinge in time. In that exchange, the person who hugged you made a serious move concerning you. They took something serious, a decision about you, a story about you, a piece of confidence you once shared, an access they did not earn, a clue they had been waiting for, a permission they assumed. Do not panic. I am not telling you this to make you afraid. I am telling you this so that fear will not be the author of your next step. I am here. I am with you. I am ahead of you. You have replayed that hug in your mind once or twice without knowing why. The scent, the brief squeeze, the way their hands patted your back, the half-second of stillness before they let go, your spirit noticed what your mind dismissed. They were gathering something. Maybe they took a piece of information you mentioned once and folded it into a plan that does not honor you. Maybe they took your silence as consent and ran with it. Maybe they took the warmth of that moment and used it to mask their intent. Maybe they took the story of your life and tried to tell it as if it belonged to them. The exact shape is not hidden from me. I saw the glance, I heard the unspoken vow. They stitched your name into something that will try to move without you. But I am the one who weighs hearts and watches roads. Before they arrive where they intend to go with what they took, I will meet them there. Hear me, I am your keeper. I shield what you cannot carry and I carry what you cannot shield. When someone takes lightly what is heavy to you and takes heavily what was meant to be light, I do not sit back and watch. I rise for you. I rise in the night seasons when your mind is tired. I rise in the morning when your courage needs fresh breath. I rise in the hour you feel most alone. I rise not with noise, but with clarity. I am clearing the fog that tried to fall over your path after that embrace. Your steps are ordered. Your soul will not be hijacked by a smile that learned to pretend safety. Your kindness is not a doorway for harm, your kindness is a river I set in motion, and I am the one who sets its banks. Do not accuse yourself for trusting. You were made to love, not to live behind locked iron in your chest. I did not ask you to live suspicious, I asked you to live awake. There is a difference. Today I make you awake. Awake to the tiny shifts in tone. Awake to the way relief creeps into your body when you think of taking space. Awake to the way the room brightens when their shadow leaves it. Awake to the way laughter returns when their name is not in the conversation. This is not bitterness. This is clarity. I am not raising you to be hard, I am raising you to be whole. The thing they took was serious not because it cannot be replaced, but because it was entangled with your future. A key, a code, a private word, a plan in seed form, a boundary you are still learning to hold, these are not trinkets. These are doors and blueprints. They thought the hug would quiet your discernment. They thought proximity would lower your guard. They mistook softness for blindness. But your softness is anchored in me, and I do not sleep. I will put back in your hand what must return. I will remove from your hand what was never yours to carry. I will protect you from the outcomes that were building without your consent. Now listen to me about the next days. Guard your peace before you guard your explanation. You do not need to explain the entire architecture of your heart to anyone to justify a boundary I am writing in light. Tidy the corners of your life the way one tidies a table before new work begins. Close the tabs, tie the cords, place the important pages where you will find them, and breathe. Check the simple things: where you left your card, who holds your spare key, what folder is shared that should be private, which door you always assume is locked but rarely check. This is not fear, this is stewardship. Steward your words. Steward your rest. Steward your attention. Those who truly love you will feel honored by your stewardship. Those who intend to use you will call your stewardship an inconvenience. Let their reaction reveal their role. I am setting angels at your thresholds. Michael stands at your doors with a drawn line. No chaos passes without my say. Gabriel is attending your messages. What needs to reach you will reach you. What needs to miss you will miss you. Raphael is touching the sore places inside that hurt because you wanted this person to be what they are not yet willing to become. You thought that if you loved carefully enough you could teach them honesty. You are not their instructor, you are my beloved. Release the role you gave yourself in their transformation. Bless them from a distance you can breathe in. I will handle the curriculum of their heart. I will handle the timing of their awakening. I will handle the consequences that teach without destroying. You will see 3 quiet confirmations that this word is for you. They will not come with fireworks. They will come as small mercies that land like a feather and yet feel like a weight being lifted. The first, a conversation you were dreading will shift unexpectedly toward truth, and you will not need to force it. The second, something you misplaced will be found in a place that proves you are not careless. You were being distracted, and I am ending that distraction. The third, a sentence will arrive in front of you, on a screen, on a page, from a stranger, that says exactly what you needed to hear about closing one door and opening another. When you see these, do not harden, simply whisper, I receive your leading, and keep walking. I am not telling you to act in rage. I am not asking you to rehearse every offense and call it prayer. I am teaching you to draw clean lines in soft hands. If you must speak, speak once and plainly. If you must step back without slamming anything. If you must change a lock, change it and sleep. If you must decline an invitation, decline without apology. You do not owe. Peace is not the absence of enemies, peace is the presence of alignment. I am aligning you. What they took will not decide your next season. I decide your next season. I decide the tables you sit at, the rooms that welcome you, the assignments that fit you, the friendships that do not fracture under pressure. I decide the pace so you do not race breathless into someone else's emergency. I decide what resources arrive and when. I decide which doors are disguised as delays. I decide which delays are actually protection. I decide, and I am deciding in your favor. You have felt the ache of being underestimated. You have watched others edit you down to a manageable version of yourself so that they feel taller beside you. I saw that. I saw you swallow the sentence, choose kindness over being right in public, and weep in private because kindness felt like invisibility. I am correcting the narrative. I will make your kindness visible without you having to perform. I will make your strength evident without you having to compete. I will make your wisdom recognizable even to those who once ignored it. The one who hugged you felt safe collecting from you because you give freely. Keep giving, but from a well I keep full, and with gates I help you open and close. Do not dread the moment you meet them again. You will not be at their mercy, your mercy will be with you. If a conversation is required, you will not tremble, you will tell the truth you need to tell and leave the rest in my hands. If silence is wiser, I will be the weight in your tongue and the warmth in your eyes that says more than quarreling ever could. If distance is needed, I will be the bridge between your present and your future so that you do not look back and fall. I will put a gentle firmness in your posture that even they cannot misread. I will also honor the part of you that loves to hope. Do not bury that part under layers of self-protection until nothing green grows there. I, not pain, am your gardener. I will prune without killing. I will plant without rushing. I will water without drowning. I will fence the garden while it heals and then show you when to open the gate again. There will be new laughter that does not cost you your dignity. There will be new agreements that do not ask you to disappear to keep the peace. There will be new embraces that give and do not take. You ask, what about justice? Justice is not a storm you must summon with your own hands. Justice is a river that flows from my throne, and it knows your name. Where your name has been carried into rooms without honor, I will confront it. Where your ideas have been used without credit, I will disrupt it. Where your softness has been mistaken for weakness, I will redefine it. Where your boundaries have been tested, I will fortify them. And where your heart has been pierced, I will heal it in such a way that you will be able to remember without rebleeding. Forgive, not because they deserve it today, but because you deserve a future that is not chained to their yesterday. Forgiveness is not the return of trust, forgiveness is the release of poison. I will teach you when trust can be rebuilt and when trust must be left as a lesson. I will stand with you while you choose to bless and not curse, while you choose to protect and not punish yourself for seeing late what I am now making clear. This is mercy. Mercy for them, yes, but also mercy for you, the mercy of finally moving with me and not with fear. You will not lose what I authored for you. If an opportunity evaporates because it required you to be smaller than I made you, let it go. If a relationship thins because it fed on access and not mutuality, let it thin. If a circle closes because you refuse to shrink to fit inside, let it close. I am opening spaces with your true name on them. I am bringing companions who rejoice when you expand. I am knitting partnerships that bless your boundaries. I am establishing favor that does not require you to apologize for existing. Tonight, rest on purpose. Breathe like someone who is not being chased. Place your phone down without the reflex to check if disaster is knocking. Put your hand over your heart and say with me, we are safe. Tomorrow, do the simple things with excellence and surrender the complicated things to me. The simple things will multiply. The complicated things will either untie themselves under my hand or be cut cleanly without loss to you. I am your portion. Let that sentence be the pillow under your thoughts. There is something sacred I am returning to you, your sense of rightful ownership over your own story. You will no longer wait for someone else to validate your memory. You will no longer outsource your decisions to the loudest voice in the room. You will no longer barter your peace to prove your loyalty. You will no longer dim your discernment to keep a seat at a table that keeps moving away from the light. I am seating you where your spirit can stand tall while your body sits down. I am teaching you to live with your shoulders unburdened. If tears come, let them come. They are not signs of weakness, they are signs of washing. Let them rinse away the residue of confusion that came with that hug. Let them rinse away the disappointment that you tried to talk yourself out of. Let them rinse away the embarrassment of saying, I didn't see it. You see it now because I am lighting it now. You are not late. You are right on time, my time. Hold what I am about to say and revisit it whenever the old fear tries to speak more loudly than my promise. Nothing taken from you without my permission can master your future. If it was taken and I allowed you to know it now, I am also giving you the strategy to live above it. If it was taken and you do not yet have the details, I am still giving you the peace that passes understanding so that you do not obsess over what you will soon outgrow. You will not be defined by what left. You will be crowned by what stayed, my presence, my voice, my goodness. Feed your day with small obediences. Drink water and remember I cleanse. Eat and remember I provide. Step outside and remember I surround. Send one message you have delayed because of dread, I will be in it. Delete one message that keeps reopening an old doorway, I will stand where that door once was and make it a wall of protection. Organize one corner, I will multiply the clarity into the rest of your spaces. Say one prayer that is only a sentence long, I will stretch it into a canopy over your mind. Smile once for no reason, I will remake the reason while you rest. I am not finished with the ones who mishandled the treasure of you. I will not shame them through you, I will teach them through time. If an apology comes, you will know whether to receive it into friendship or to receive it into closure. Either way, you will be gracious without becoming gullible. Either way, you will be honest without becoming harsh. Either way, you will be free. Now breathe again. The person who hugged you recently took something serious concerning you, but they did not take me from you. They did not take your anointing. They did not take your future. They did not take your joy beyond recovery. I am already standing in the place they are trying to reach with what they carried, and I am turning that place into a lesson that will protect you and redirect them. You will watch me do this and your heart will learn to trust your discernment again. When you feel the tug to re-enter old patterns, put your hand on the doorframe of this moment and remember, clarity arrived. When you are tempted to prove yourself to those who already decided what to think, let me be your proof. When you are tempted to delay your own life waiting for them to choose you with clean hands, choose yourself as I have chosen you, and watch me send those who honor what I honor in you. I do not need crowds to confirm you. I am your confirmation. Walk softly but firmly. Laugh easily but not cheaply. Give generously but with wisdom. Rest deeply but not in denial. Speak slowly but not fearfully. Forgive quickly but not foolishly. Dream boldly but not carelessly. Plan humbly but not timidly. Love fully and let me be the one who keeps your heart from being stolen when you hug. This message is not a threat, it is a promise of protection and a map of peace. Keep it close. Read it again when the room is quiet. Let it warm the parts of you that felt cold after you realized what was taken. Let it settle the parts of you that grew loud trying not to be heard again. I am here. I will be here tomorrow. I will be here at the meeting, in the hallway, in the kitchen, by the door, on the call, at the threshold where that embrace happened. I will be there, and you will recognize me by the way your shoulders lower and your breath evens out. Do not try to skip this. Let it finish its work in you. It is just for you, tailored to the exact curve of your life, stitched with the exact thread of your days, sealed with the exact love that found you when you thought you were hard to find. What was taken will not rule you. What I give will. And what I give now is courage, clarity, and the quiet confidence that you are safe in me. Walk on. I am here. I am speaking to you right now, and I want you to feel how close I am, closer than your breath, closer than your heartbeat, closer than the memory that rises when you shut your eyes and see the last moment you were held in someone's arms. I saw that moment. I was there when their hands touched your shoulders, when their cheek brushed yours, when the small world around you grew still and the noise fell away. I know the thoughts that trembled behind your eyes, the questions that ran like sparks through your mind, the relief that flowed through you and the caution that waited behind it like a watchman at night. Hear me, this is just for you. Do not skip this. Let every word find you and do not push away the truth that loves you enough to correct you, protect you, and guide you. The person who hugged you recently took something serious about you. They took the truth of who you are more seriously than they have before. They felt the quiet strength I placed in you and realized it was not a passing mood or a mask you wear, but a foundation I laid under your steps. They took your words and weighed them. They took your presence and regarded it as a signpost, not an accident. They took your value, your real, God-given worth, into their chest like a sealed letter they could not read all at once, but knew would ask for an answer. Do not be afraid of this. Let it steady you. When you were hugged, decisions were forming. When you were held, intentions were shifting. When your shoulders were touched, futures moved by 1 degree toward clarity. I am the one who moves hearts, and I am not careless with yours. Yet hear what I am saying with discernment. There are 2 layers to what was taken seriously. One is the reverent attention to who you are, the respect that begins to form when truth brightens the eyes. The other is the serious weight of a choice the other person is making about what to do with you, your trust, your closeness, your time, your story. I will not leave you guessing in the dark. I will light a lamp for your feet and a guard for your gate. You do not need to strain your eyes to read what I have already written on your path. Breathe and listen. You sensed a tremor in that hug, a pressure at the edges of it, something like urgency, something like apology, something like a promise that had not yet learned to speak its name. You were right to notice it. Do not call yourself paranoid for seeing what your spirit saw. You are not imagining the weight, it was real. But you do not need to carry it alone. Lay it down before me. Let me divide the weight that belongs to you from the weight that belongs to them. The weight that belongs to you is simple. Keep your heart soft and your eyes open. The weight that belongs to them is this: they must prove with consistent steps what their warmth began in a single moment. I will judge intentions by patterns, not performances. I will show you the difference. I am the one who knows when a hug is a shelter and when it is a cover. I am the one who knows when arms are an answer and when arms are a question. So here is how you will discern. Watch what grows in the days after that embrace. Watch how they speak when the crowd is gone and the easy charm has nothing to lean on. Watch if they make room for your quiet, if they honor the boundaries you have had to rebuild board by board, late at night, when you whispered, "I won't let this happen to me again." I heard that whisper and I strengthened its timbers. It was not stubbornness, it was wisdom healing. If they took your values seriously, they will move more slowly than their excitement wants to. They will ask permission where entitlement would rush. They will listen in the places where they once tried to persuade. They will not treat your presence as a prize they have finally captured, but as a garden they will learn to cultivate. This will not be perfect, because they are not perfect. But the pattern will bend toward gentleness, patience, truth-telling, and accountability. You will not have to beg for reassurance. You will see a steady hand extended, palm open, with nothing to hide. If, however, they took your openness as opportunity, if they took your warmth as a key to rooms they do not intend to honor, you will see the pattern bend in another direction. There will be haste without care, words without weight, touch without truth. There will be promises spoken like coins tossed into a fountain and forgotten. There will be a subtle rearrangement, where your needs are beautiful in speeches but inconvenient in practice. Do not fear this exposure if it comes. It is my mercy showing you early what would otherwise cost you years. If you witness this, you are not losing. You are being spared. I know the part of you that wants to hold on simply because you were held. I know the part of you that wants the hug to be an answer all by itself, a full sentence when, in truth, it is only an opening line. Let me write the next lines with you. You are not needy for wanting security. You are human, and I designed humans with a longing to be known without being used, to be touched without being traded, to be chosen without conditions that change with the weather. I am not scolding you for wanting this. I am blessing you to claim it. Do you remember the moment you thought, maybe they can see me now, the real me? You did not lie to yourself. That thought was a small flame I protected from the wind. But a flame, though beautiful, is not a hearth. For a hearth there must be fuel, structure, and tending. You will soon see who brings wood and who only wants warmth. You will soon see who learns the art of patience and who resents the patience that love requires. I am not teasing you with half-lights and half-truths. I am leading you toward a love that honors me by how it honors you. The person who hugged you recently took something else seriously. They took seriously the consequence of losing you. The possibility that your boundaries are not performative but real has settled into their mind like a stone in a river. They felt, even if they could not name it, that your life has begun to rise into a steadier current, and that if they play with your trust, the river will carry you beyond their reach. This is not a threat, it is a fact. Those who treat you carelessly will watch you heal and move on. Those who value you will reveal themselves by learning to value what you value: honesty, kindness, follow-through, and peace over drama. You have asked me whether you are allowed to hope. You are. Hope is not the same as fantasy. Hope is the courage to stand still until real fruit grows. So here is what I am giving you now: clarity for your eyes, calm for your thoughts, and a quiet authority for your voice. You will not perform to keep anyone near. You will not bend yourself into a smaller shape to fit into a container that was never meant for you. You will not agree to confusion just to avoid silence. From this day, your yes will be a clean yes, and your no will be a clean no. The one who hugged you will meet this strength and reveal theirs.